Alita Battle Angel, awesome effects, awesome CGI, and phenomenal action. Let's talk about it. All right, finally get to see Alita Battle Angel, and I truly enjoyed this movie. I had good and bad about this movie. Let's talk about the good. The good is the CGI, the action, and the visual effects in this movie. It was totally beautiful. When you first see this movie, it's vast and it's huge, and I love that. The CGI was very crisp, no really issues with it, and I enjoyed that. The action scenes, every action scene got better, better, and better, and you just wanted more of that action. And every time Alita did something that's like crazy, you was like, wow, that it was just amazing. And every time the action scene that she was in, you got more and more of her battle styles and what she's capable of, what she can do. The endurance that she gave was amazing. Rosa Salazar that played Alita was phenomenal. You see the emotion and the expression. Now, yes, she is all CG in this movie, but you really couldn't tell besides the big eyes, which the big eyes did not bother me at all. I think the big eyes give her more character in this movie, and I enjoyed it. And they showed that in close-ups of the movie when you see her eyes and like she has life. Even though she's a robot, you felt that she's a real person, and I enjoyed that. The CGI, like everything in the movie, felt like it was real. You really couldn't tell which was fake or which was practical effects, and I love that. Of course, you know what's CGI, but it's that point where the CGI is so good it tricks you, and I love that about this movie. The visual effects when it zooms out, and you see the whole crowd. That was just beautiful. There was nothing issues with it. I enjoyed it. Now the bad things about the movie, which are not that bad, but it was the editing. Some parts of the editing I did not like. When we have maybe a big action scene or where it ends, it kind of just stops and goes off to the next scene where it kind of doesn't really conclude of what you're watching at that part or what happens. You got to assume okay, this probably happened. I wish the editing was a little bit more better instead of just jumping because if the editing was better and it kind of flow perfectly, I enjoy that. Now, this movie is about 2 hours and a few minutes, where I feel like a lot of parts of this movie they could have maybe cut some parts. The movie is kind of long, but as soon as the action scenes come on the screen, it gets you right back into the movie very very fast. Now her story. It's a good story. It goes back and forth, where she came from, who she is, and you watch the trailers, you know she's a fighter, but she doesn't know who she is, and you have to learn that as the movies go on, and I enjoy that. Now I'm not gonna spoil anything on how she starts learning her memory, things like that. You see that for yourself, and what they did it was good. I enjoyed it. Like I said before, the editing could have been done a little bit much better, but all in all, this is a good movie with the action and the CGI, and I like that. Now you have Christoph Waltz in the movie. You have Jennifer Connelly in the movie. You have Mahershala Ali. I'm pointing those out because those are like the big names in the movie. And with Mahershala Ali, the bad is that you don't get enough of him to really gain that he's a of course you can tell in the movie he's a bad guy, but you really get invested in him enough. It doesn't bring enough out of him. Now when he's on the screen he's good, but I feel like he was a waste. He was a tremendous waste in this movie in my opinion. That he could have done more in this movie. But and also Jennifer Connelly plays Chris Waltz's wife, and you learn their backstory, but it's really quick. It doesn't give you enough of their backstory, to get invested into them. They're just there to just move along, Alita, and that's it. Jennifer Connelly in this movie, I felt like her scenes, were very small. Wasn't enough of her in the movie to really, to engage with her, to really get invested with her. And same thing like Mahershala Ali and Christopher Waltz. He's an amazing actor, Oscar winner. We got Oscar winners in this movie, but I felt like their roles were very diminished and it wasn't uplifting in the movie. And I felt like if they gave them more in this movie, I felt like it would have brought the movie even more. So with the editing and putting these actors even more in this movie, I think the movie would have been amazing. The movie would have been a 10, but it's not a 10 because I felt like these characters were wasted. Of course, you wanted all on Lita, but you want the supporting actors to push Alita, and they really don't. It just Alita does it all herself, which that's good. But you want the other actors to push that character. You want the other actors to get invested, and you don't get invested with them. It's not too much of a downfall of the movie, but if they were, the movie would have it would have elevated, and it doesn't. But other than that, like I said, the movie is good action, visual effects, CGI movie that I think everybody will enjoy. You go see this movie, sit down, get some popcorn, watch all the action. You will enjoy it. You root for Alita. You want her to succeed. You want her to keep pushing. You want her to keep moving, and you like that. Now, some scenes in the movie were they're trying to get a laugh, but you don't. When you see it, you'll understand it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but one part of the movie is where she's in the bar and she's talking, and you know what they're trying to do, you know what they're trying to set up, and it kind of failed. Even trying to be funny wasn't good. I felt like that part of the movie they could have cut out. When you see it, you understand. But it didn't totally get me out of the movie. But I felt like that was not needed. Now, in this movie, and like I said, science fiction. It's action packed, and all in all, this is a genuine movie. And I feel like with the action, the CGI, visual effects brings it up this high. But with the weights of Mahershala Ali, Christopher Waltz, and Jennifer Connelly, it brings it down around the middle. Where if those were applied more better, given more to uplift the movie would be up here. And I think that's what a lot of critics are, criticizing about the movie, where it's a waste. And I think they could have built on that. But all in all, I think, like I said before, this movie is good. If you like action, you like that science fiction, you love all that fighting, you're gonna get this with this movie. And also the story is good. It's not a lot on the story. It's a lot of the movie is, they keep it out of it, and I see what they're trying to do. They want to make a sequel of this movie, and I kind of wish they gave us a little bit more of the backstory to give us even more invested. But other than that, I think you will enjoy the movie. I say go see this movie. I think you'll have fun with it. You'll love the action. You'll love Alita. You'll love her whooping ass on everybody. So go see it. Leave a comment below if you liked it. Hit like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the movie.